Okay, so on to, today's session, we will start a new topic, and topic name is social media marketing and management. And you all are familiar with this topic because this is one of the most popular topic in digital marketing. Also, this is one of the most interesting topic in digital marketing. Again, also the highest paid job and the highest number of jobs you will get in social media marketing and management. So in next coming 1 or 2 weeks, we will learn about what is social media marketing and what is social media marketing management, how to create a social media marketing strategy on different social media platforms, and how to advertise on different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or any other niche platform like Pinterest, TikTok, Quora, Snapchat, and any other type of social media platform where your audience is available. So before we move forward to social media marketing and management, let's understand what is the definition of social media marketing, what actually social media marketing means, what is the job roles in social media marketing, what is the responsibilities of a social media marketer. So as you all aware about social media marketing because this is so much popular and you use social media every day around 2 to 3 hours. So maybe you are familiar with the definition of social media marketing, but again I am repeating the definition. So social media marketing is the action of creating content to promote your business and product on various social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Same like the definition of digital marketing. On digital marketing definition, or on digital marketing, we are promoting our content, our business, or our product on on digital platforms. Here we are promoting our content only on social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, Reddit, Pinterest, and there are a lot of thousands of, hundreds of social media platforms available. And depend upon your choice, depend upon your business, depend upon your audience, you will choose the right platform for your business and start creating content and engaging with your audience on that platform. Now, your unique content should be tailored to a specific platform it's being shared on to help your boost conversion, increase your brand awareness. That means the content you are creating should be unique and specific to the platform you are choosing to promote your content. For example, if you are choosing Instagram, then your content should be media based. For example, it can be a poster, or it can be a video, IGTV video, it can be a reel, or it can be a video around 20 to 30 seconds. If you are using LinkedIn, then your content can be text or it can be an article or a blog, because LinkedIn provide you to write article and blogs on those or on their platforms. So depending upon the platform you are choosing, you will tailor your content, targeting your audience and targeting that platform. Social media is all about meeting your target audience and customers where they are, and as they socially interact with each other and your brand. So you have to first find out, when we are choosing a social media platform for our business, we first need to find out which social media platform is popular in your audience. Depending upon the knowledge of the buyer persona, in the buyer persona you will look for the age and gender and location part, or only those three important parts: location, age, and gender. And on the basis of that, you will find out where your audience is available, and you will choose that platform to create content, promote it, and engage with your audiences. If I can give you an example, so let's say we are running a advertising campaign for a real estate company. So earlier, when they are running campaign on their own, they were running campaign on Instagram. But when they come to us, we told us that don't run campaign on Instagram, run campaign on LinkedIn, because Instagram users are the age group of 18 to 24 maximum, and no person in the age group of 18 to 24 will advertise or will buy a property, because they are just children, or they are just adults. They just get mature and they're looking for jobs and maybe started their business. So go to LinkedIn where they are more professionals and they have lots of money, so they can invest in property. Same like you will pick your audiences, and on the basis of the buyer's persona, age, gender, and location, you will choose the right platform for your business and start engaging. and creating content to promote your business and product. Now, why you need a social media marketing strategy? For example, let's say you started your business. Maybe you started an e-commerce website. Maybe you started a logistic website. Maybe you started a digital marketing agency, or maybe you started a digital marketing institute. So why those businesses, or why any business need a social media marketing strategy? So why social media marketing is important? Because number one, it helps you to expand your other marketing efforts. The other marketing efforts you are putting to promote your products or your services, offline or online, social media can help you to boost those marketing efforts. Second one, it's really helpful to build your brand awareness, because social media platform have a reach of around 3.5 billion population. That is half the population of world. That means out of two people, one people in this world is using a social media platform. So you can get a great reach there, organically and inorganically. So if you are looking for brand awareness, especially when you are a new company, you set up your business just a few months ago, so nothing is better than using social media to create brand awareness organically or by doing a paid campaign. It is one of the most powerful way to connect with your audience. Again, because according to a survey by HubSpot, average adult in urban cities, in the metro cities, spend 4 to 5 hours daily on social media platforms. Even myself, I spend around 6 to 7 hours online on social media platforms. Maybe I spend more time on Twitter as compared to Instagram or Facebook, but everyone is using a different social media platform in metro cities and they're spending a lot of time there. So it's a powerful tool to connect with your audiences where they are active. And when they are active, you can showcase your product, your services to them, and you can boost your conversion, you can create brand awareness, and you can sell your product directly to the targeted audiences. And because of the time they're using on social media, or the number of users social media have, you can also attract your customers on social media platforms, because these days social media platforms are providing lots of creative freedoms to business owners on their business profiles, like creating catalog there, or uploading their product there, or creating online event there, or showcasing your company history, or creating sub pages on your social media accounts. So they are providing lots of creative freedom on those business accounts. So it's a great way to attract your new buyers or your old buyers using the social media marketing strategy. So these are the benefits, and also these are the needs of a social media marketing strategy. And every single business who's online is doing social media marketing strategy. The first step of any business is social media marketing strategy. They create a website, or maybe they are not creating a website. They are doing SEO, maybe they are not doing SEO. Maybe they are running Google advertisement, maybe they are not running Google advertisement. But everyone is doing social media marketing. Even there are lots of freelancers and small business owners, those who are using social media platform to create brand awareness and to generate revenue for their product and services by using the Facebook page or Instagram page, or even the WhatsApp business account. So if you see on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Snapchat, or maybe TikTok, or maybe WhatsApp, you will find out 20 to 30% of businesses there are only using only social media marketing. They are not available on any other digital platform. They don't have website. They are not doing optimization of their websites. They are not running Google ads, and they are not doing email marketing. They are only focusing on social media marketing, because they are generating lots of results from there. Now, the benefit of social media marketing strategy is that 67% of consumers are more likely to spend more on a brand they follow. The Our Instagram profiles, our Facebook profiles, or our LinkedIn profiles, even our Snapchat profiles, we follow lots of brands, lots of celebrities, lots of public figures there, and lots of companies there. So those we follow, most of the time we spend money on those brands too. So according to another survey, and that survey was conducted by Sprout. Sprout is a social media marketing tool you will use in near future. So according to a survey by Sprout, 67% consumers are more likely to spend more on brand they follow. So if you are following a brand like Adidas, Nike, or maybe Zara or H&M, so you will spend more on those brands if you are following them. If you are not following those brands on social media platforms, so maybe you spend less. So as comparison to the brands you are following on social media platforms, to the brands you are not following on social media platform, the spend of your money on the product and services is higher on the brands you follow on social media platforms. So creating those kind of pages on social media platforms and generating lots of followers to your social media pages can increase in your revenue for your product or services you are offering to your targeted audiences. The second insight by Sprout Social is that 78% of consumers say they will visit the physical retail store of a brand they follow. So again, we follow lots of pages on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and some of those pages or some of those companies have an actual store too. For example, the clothing brands, the clothing brand like Zara, H&M, Globus, or any other brand, they have an offline store on the city or malls too. So those those pages they follow on the Instagram or Facebook, they visit the store 78% more. After seeing the content on Instagram pages, they go to offline store and check the product there. And even in my family, my sisters and my brothers, they follow those pages, and whenever they see the content, new clothes or new product there, they go to actual store before the pandemic, not in this pandemic season. Before the pandemic, they go to the stores and buy the product from there. So you can intrigue, you can influence your customers using those pictures, posters, videos on social media platforms, and you can divert traffic to your offline store if you are doing a social media marketing. Another insight by Sprout, 84% consumers are more likely to buy from a brand they follow. So it's not only that they are spending more on the brand they follow, or they are visiting the store they follow, they are also buying product from there with the brand they actually follow. So these are the actually insight of a social media marketing. It's not just a survey conducted on a one or two people. It's a survey conducted over more than 20 million people. So you can actually use these numbers in your future social media marketing strategy, and you can expect people, if you are generating organic followers and you are not buying followers. If you're buying, then you cannot use those stats. But if you are generating organic followers on your social media pages, so you can expect you can get around 60 to 70% more conversion, more sale from your customers, those who are following your pages, if you use your social media marketing strategy carefully, create lots of engaging content, interact with your audiences, and showcase your product on social media marketing platform. So it's really helpful because these numbers are not 20 or 30%. You can see these numbers are 70, 75, or 84%. That's how people are spending time or buying product or visiting a store on the brand they follow on social media platforms. Now, obviously, when you started up your business few months ago, or maybe you're working for a company as a social media marketer, so you need a social media marketing strategy. So to build a social media marketing strategy, these are the 6 steps you have to follow. Number 1 step, to be able to explain each social media channel. Number 2, to understand the impact of social listening and engagement. To develop a content strategy for your social media plan. To be able to identify where metrics are crucial to your success. To integrate social media into your other inbound efforts, whether it's about understanding the social media channels you are using, or it's about understanding the impact of listening to your customers or engaging with your customers on social media platforms, or developing a content marketing strategy, what kind of content you will create, what kind of content you will publish, which channel you will choose, what time you choose, that will come into the content strategy. To be able to identify the metrics, the analytic or insight part, that the insight analytic is crucial for your marketing campaign on social media, and also to integrate social media into your other inbound efforts. Same like email marketing, social media marketing is also an example of inbound marketing, because we are not calling them, we are not showing them our advertisement, we are just maintaining or promoting our content using our social media channels, and they are seeing our content and they are engaging with us and they are converting into a customers. So it's an inbound effort. Same like email marketing. So to build a social media marketing strategy, these things you have to understand about the channel, to understand about the impact of listening and engagement, preparing a content marketing strategy, identifying the or developing a metrics and insight, and integrating your social media plan into your inbound marketing strategy or your inbound marketing efforts. Now, this is all about what is social media marketing, why social media marketing is important, and how to develop a social media marketing strategy. Now, one by one, we will understand about few social media marketing platforms. There are more than 60 to 70 social media marketing platforms worldwide. Some of the platforms are really popular and you know them and you are active on them. Some of the brands social media platforms are not so much popular and maybe you are not active on them, but we will try to cover at least 4 to 5 social media platforms in next coming
280
week,
சோசியல் மீடியா பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் அதான் நினைத்தேன்.
and we will try to learn about those 4 to 5 social media platforms. So one by one we will cover all those social media platforms. Let's start with the most popular social media platform, which is Facebook. Facebook was introduced in 2005 or 2007, and they started the business profiles or providing the business pages to their customers in around 2012 or 2013. And now you can create Facebook pages for your business on social media. Now, Facebook have around 2.45 billion people, active users. That is around 1/3 of the world population. World population is around 7 point something. So that means out of 3 people, 1 people is using Facebook. So Facebook, why Facebook is so much popular and why Facebook is one of the most powerful platform on social media marketing? Because of the number of users, active user Facebook have. Everyone have account on Facebook these days, especially in the urban cities. Even these days, Facebook have reached to the rural part of India too. Even they are from the age group of 18 to 30 or 30 to 40, even 50 to 60. Even our parents, those who are in the age group of around 55 to 70 years, even they have account on Facebook. So you can type every type of audience on Facebook. Now let's understand about the Facebook platform. So what kind of audience available in Facebook? So there are 3 type of audience. Number 1, Generation X. Number 2, millennials, and we also call them millennials, Generation Y. Then baby boomers, we also call them Generation X. So we divided audiences into 3 sections: Generation X, Generation Y, also known as millennials, and Generation Z, also known as baby boomers. Generation X is from those who are born in after 1965 till 1980. So those who are born in between 1965 to 1980, they will come on the Generation X. So mostly they are our parents. Our parents come into Generation X. Then come the millennials or Generation Y. So actually millennials are the children of Generation X, and they are born between 1981 or 82 to till 1995. So they come into Generation Y and they are millennials. So they are also active in the Facebook. Baby boomers are also, but they are not in huge number. Baby boomers are those who are born after 1995 till 2015. So mostly you guys come into baby boomers because you are from the age group of around 18 to 22. And if you ask yourself, maybe hardly any one of you are active on Facebook, because Facebook is not so much popular among baby boomers and generation generation Z. Now, industry impact. Industry impact means whom you can target on those platforms. B2C, that means business to consumer. So if you are providing a product or your services to to your customers or to consumers, so then you can target Facebook. There are two type of leads we generate: B2B or B2C, business to business or business to consumer. If you are choosing B2B leads, then you don't choose Facebook because businesses are not available on Facebook. We have personal profile there. So we are as a consumer. You can target us on Facebook. You can't target as a business on. Maybe few of the companies are generating B2B leads too using Facebook, but they are not so much in big number. Why? What kind of content you can publish, or what kind of campaign you can create on Facebook? Brand awareness and advertising. If you are looking for brand awareness for your product or for your company, or if you want to advertise, then Facebook is the best platform to target your consumers who are in a age group of Generation X and millennials. So that's how we divided the Facebook social media marketing platform with around 2.45 billion active users, having a base of Generation X and Generation Y, and targeting the audience B2C and creating brand awareness and advertising on those platforms. Now, problem with the Facebook these days is that Facebook engagement is declining every year. And why Facebook engagement is declining every year? Because other platforms are getting more popular. For example, Instagram, or maybe Snapchat, or TikTok, or LinkedIn. Especially in the baby boomers, Generation X, those who are born after 1995, they are not spending time on the Facebook. So companies are targeting other platforms rather than targeting Facebook if they are targeting millennials. And the engagement means engaging with your content by commenting, liking, sharing, or personally messaging you on your DM box. So these are the examples of engagement. So the engagement of Facebook page or Facebook channel is declining every single year. Right now, the engagement on a Facebook campaign is around 2%. And if you are getting a 2% engagement on your campaign, that means your campaign is going good on Facebook. But on other platforms, you can get an engagement of around 7 to 8% or 9%. Even in the email marketing, you can get an engagement of 30%. So other channels are providing better engagement as compared to Facebook, because Facebook engagement is declining every single year because other platforms are providing lots of new features on their channel. Now, to create your social media marketing strategy on Facebook, you need to create a Facebook page on Facebook channel, and we call it Facebook business page. Why you need to create a Facebook business page? Because you can create a Facebook account just like your profile you created there. So to use all the features they are providing you, you need to use a Facebook business page. Second thing, the personal page or the personal account you created on Facebook earlier have a limit of 5,000 followers or 5,000 friends. You cannot get more than 5,000 friends on your personal profile. That's why you need to go to a Facebook business page. And on that page, you can generate or you can get millions or billions of followers on that page. Also, on your personal page or on your personal profile, you cannot check the analytic or insight. That means how many impression, how many reach, how many share, how many mention, what is your click-through rate. These kind of things you cannot access on Facebook personal page or personal account. It is only available on Facebook business page. Next, ability to categorize company for search, admission statement, product catalog, award, give customer chance to reviews. So as I told you that these pages, especially the Facebook page, provide you lots of feature. That means the website you created earlier on Wix or GoDaddy or WordPress have different pages like home page, about us page, contact us page, or services page. Same thing on the Facebook. If you create a Facebook page, they are creating a subsection of, they call them tab for you. And on that tab, one tab name is review, one tab name is contact, one tab name is about us, one tab name is services, one tab name is shop. So you can use that kind of creative things on your Facebook page. Like you can ask your customer to give review to your company or to your product on your Facebook page. You can showcase the services you are providing. You can take online booking on your Facebook page. You can create a shop button on your Facebook page, and you can create a about us section and tell about your company history. You can create a community or a group over there. So they are providing you lots of feature on the Facebook page. And the last and the most important one is advertising. You can't advertise on your personal profile. The advertising option is only available on the business page. So if you want to advertise, that means if you want to spend money to promote your content, then you need to create a business page, because we all know that organic reach is dead. You will not able to generate organic reach. It's really hard unless you create something viral content, and the viral content will happen once in a blue moon, maybe 2 to 3 months. One time you will create some really good content. Most of the time the content will be average. So that's why you have to go to advertisement, go to the paid advertising, and it is only possible if you have a Facebook business page. Now come to the second social media platform which is popular as much as Facebook is, and not around, they have around difference around more than around 500 million active users, but it is really popular, which is YouTube. So YouTube have around 2.3 billion active users which are logged in from their mobile devices or from their laptop. They are not calculating those who are continuously log out and logging in. So around 2.3 billion active users are currently logged in on YouTube. That is again around 1/3 of the world population. So this is the another platform which you can choose to advertise and to promote or to create content to target your audience or to engage with them. What kind of audience available there? So Generation X is not available on the YouTube. That means from the age group of 1960 to 1980, they are not available on YouTube much. Millennials and Generation X, that means Generation Y and Generation Z, that means from 12 years to 35 years, they are active on YouTube a lot as compared to the other age group. With industry impact, B2C, because everyone has account on YouTube and they go and watch videos on YouTube. Mostly we are go to YouTube as a consumer. So companies target consumer there. They generate B2C leads using YouTube marketing or YouTube advertisement or just generating organic content by creating videos there. What kind of this is best for creating brand awareness? Remember that whenever we are looking for a channel where we create media based content, that means it is really good for brand awareness. So either we are creating a poster or a video or an image or an audio, that means that's the best platform for brand awareness. Also, it's also used for advertising and entertainment purposes. Lots of brands advertise, and we as a customer go for entertainment, watching songs, watching promos, watching stand-up comedy, these kind of things. And every time you watch a video on a YouTube, in a starting or in the mid part, you see an advertisement of 1 minute or maybe 15-second advertisement there. So that's how brands are engaging with their customers, by using advertisement, or other brands have the pages there or account there, and they are creating videos for their followers or subscribers on YouTube. Now let's see the impact of YouTube. What the reach of YouTube? So 500 hours of videos are uploaded on YouTube every minute. In one day there are 24 hours. In 1 hour there are 60 minutes, and in 1 minute they are uploading 500 hours of videos on YouTube. That much content creators are uploading on YouTube every single day. 5 billion. 5 billion video are watched on a YouTube every single day. YouTube have more than 700 to 800 billion videos, short videos, long videos. Every single day, we as a consumers or we as a customers on YouTube watch 5 billion videos on YouTube with a 2.3 billion base and 5 billion videos on every single day. You can see the impact of YouTube on the consumer. So YouTube is one of the fastest growing advertising channel on digital marketing. And the revenue Google, because YouTube is owned by Google company Alphabet, so the revenue Google is only generating for that company around 19%. The other platform from Google Ads or maybe from Google Data Studio, from Google Drive or Google Workplace, from Google Meet, other 17 to 80 companies are generating around 80% of revenue. Only Google, only YouTube generating 19 point something percent revenue for Google. That is 7 times higher than any other platform. And YouTube advertising is growing so fast. Their revenue generation for per day is more than 70 to 80 billion dollar. That much revenue they are generating from their advertisements. So because brands, we all know that media-based content engage more visitors, and to promote or buy media-based content, video perform much better as compared to posters and images. And to create video-based advertisement, there is no any other platform available which have that much of huge base and that much of video watch every day. Only YouTube have. You can use Facebook too. On Instagram it's not possible to upload long videos or advertisement, but yeah, on YouTube you can do that. But YouTube engagement is declining every single day. Facebook engagement declining every single day, but in YouTube its subscribers increasing every single day. So that is one of the best platform for media-based content. Now that is the example of YouTube advertisement. Whenever we go to YouTube on from a desktop, from a laptop, that kind of advertisement you can see. After you will click on a video you want to watch, these 15-second or 8-second video will appear on the starting of your video, and you have to watch it for at least few seconds. Then you can click on a skip button. Now the other benefits of using YouTube. Why should you use YouTube in your social media marketing campaign? Because YouTube have some of the highest referral rates of all the platforms. What is the referral rate? These means after watching a video on a YouTube, we are referring it to our friends and family members. Now, if you go back and think for 1 minute, how many content you are receiving from your friends and family, and let's say you are receiving 10 contents from your friends and family, how many contents were on Facebook, how many contents were on Instagram, and how many contents were on YouTube? You will find out 70 to 80% content you are getting from your family or from your family or friends are from YouTube. Once we watch a music video on YouTube and we like it, we share it with our friends and family members. We watch a stand-up comedy, we watch news or any other type of content on YouTube, we share it with our friends on WhatsApp, Telegram, or any other network. So YouTube have one of the highest referral traffic rate as compared to any other platform. We rarely share Facebook post on WhatsApp. We rarely share Instagram post on WhatsApp. We rarely share LinkedIn post on WhatsApp. But we always share YouTube videos on with our family members or our friend circle on any other channel we are using. The next advantage of using and the benefit of YouTube marketing is that over half of the YouTube users use the site to learn how to do things they never done before. So if they want to learn something and if they have some certain kind of a query and question, so they go to YouTube and watch the videos there. And I can give you an example of myself. When I was doing engineering, I learned a lot of the content on YouTube after watching videos from the institutes. Those have pages there or account there. Even when we need to learn something like how to use MS Office, how to use Excel, how to use a different tool, we go to YouTube and watch the tutorial there. So half the YouTube users have get a content, a knowledge, or learn something from those channels in their life circle. Maybe they are doing frequently, maybe they done 1 or 2 times in their lifetime, but half the users are doing that. They are learning stuff from YouTube. And that's why there's a term these days, ki you have learned it from YouTube, you have learned it from Google, because we are learning these kind of things from the tutorials and from the blogging section. So that's the insight of a YouTube as a social media marketing channel. Now come to the third most popular social media marketing platform after YouTube and Facebook. So Instagram have around 1.3 billion active users. That is half of Facebook and half of YouTube. So as compared to YouTube and Facebook, their audience reach is half, but it is really popular, especially among millennials. Millennials are from the generation Y, those who are born after 1985 till 2000. So those who are from around 18 to 30 years, they are active on Instagram. Industry impact B2C. That means we have account there as a personal profile. So company target us as a consumer. What it is best for creating brand awareness, because it's a media based content, have a reach of 1.3 billion. Also it is good for advertising and natural looking media or behind the scene content. So a lot of the channels on the Instagram of the brand create lots of behind the scene videos or images or stories to interact with their customers. Now, these are the example of how brands interact with their customers on their channels using the Instagram. They use stories a lot because on Instagram, stories have higher engagement rate as compared to the post. If you launch a new product and you create a post, and same time you create a story too, you will find out more reach, more impression, more engagement you are getting on your stories as compared to reels or the normal videos or IGTV video. So these are the example of how brands engage with their audiences and choose Instagram channel to connect with the audience and promote their product. Now let's see the insight of Instagram channel. 75% of the audience on Instagram is from the age group of 18 to 24. Now to use the Instagram, you should have a minimum age of 12 years. So from 12 to 17 years and 24 to 35 years, only 25% audience is available on that channel. So now this insight tells us if your product is for those who are age group of above 25, maybe this channel is not good for you. You have to go to a different channel, because on Instagram, the average profiles audience have with the age group of 18 to 24. Rest 25% are below 18 years or above 24 years. Next thing, 90% of Instagram users follow at least one brand account. If you go to your Instagram personal account and you go to your following section, you will find out you are following at least one brand, maybe one celebrity, maybe one public figure, maybe one company. So 90, that means out of 100 people, 90 people are actually following one brand. And earlier we have learned that those who are following, they are actually buying and spending more money on that company. And everyone following at least one brand on their Instagram profile. That's another thing, a benefit of using an Instagram for your social media marketing strategy. And the most important thing, why you choose Instagram marketing, because of the engagement. As compared to the Facebook, Instagram have 23 times more engagement as compared to Facebook page. So if you are creating same content, let's say you created a poster for your product and you upload that poster on Facebook page as well as on your Instagram business account, and if you compare you will find out कि if you get one comment on Facebook page, you will get 23 comment on Instagram business account. 23 times more engagement on Instagram pages. That means more comments, more share, more save, and more direct messages on your DM. So that's the benefit of using an Instagram social media marketing channel for your company or for your product. Now come to another popular social media channel, which is Twitter. Twitter have a base of 300 million active users. Twitter have lots of fake accounts too. So it's not, if you go and see the actual number, you will find out Twitter have a download of around 1 billion, but they are not actual account. Active users on Twitter is only 300 million, but it's actually a really good number. And we use Twitter for mostly public relation, that means PR, and customer service. These mean providing customer service to our consumers. And the audience you will get here, same like Instagram's millennials. That means from those who are born after 1980 to 1995. But the thing is that with Twitter, recently in this last 2 to 3 years, Twitter is really getting popular in Generation X or baby boomers. If you go to Twitter, you will find out lot of the people in the age group of 14 to 19 years are active on Twitter, and they are not just actively active, they are posting on Twitter or tweeting on Twitter regularly 2 to 3 times in a day, and they have a huge follower there. So the baby boomers are now shifting toward Twitter from Instagram. Earlier they were spending more time on Instagram, now they are liking Twitter more, and they are using Twitter profile even to diverting traffic to their Instagram profile channels. Those baby boomers. The benefit of using Twitter is that, like any other platform, Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, we can only target consumer there. On Twitter, you can target companies there too, B2C. You can also generate leads from companies, because on Twitter, most of the accounts are from the companies or from the public figures or celebrities. So you can generate lots of B2B leads from there. Now, what the best it for? It is best for PR or customer service. So PR means like every celebrity have a PR agency, and that PR agency helps the celebrity to create brand awareness or to create a hype about their movie or their music. Same thing. Twitter is mostly used for PR, to create a brand image, to reach to the audiences, to set up you as a thought leader or to an industry mentor. We use Twitter as a public relation PR, also for customer service. That means providing consumers the customer satisfaction or resolving their query on Twitter. And there are lots of examples. Every branch like Zomato, Airtel, Swiggy, brands, they are using Twitter provide customer service. You are not happy with their product, just go to Twitter, type your query there, and add their Twitter account. Within a few minutes, they will reply with the resolution of your problem. So companies are also using Twitter for customer service. They are not using it for advertising, or they are not using it for generating lead, selling product. If you go to your Twitter profile and you see all the advertisement you are seeing there, and you go to your Facebook and Instagram profile and you see all the advertisement there, you will see a huge difference of advertisement. Where on Twitter, 99% advertisement are only on brand awareness and PR. That's making the company profile. And on Facebook, you will see lots of advertisement on lead generation or conversion. That means selling product directly from your website. Twitter mostly we use for PR and customer service and brand awareness only. Now, let's see the power of using a Twitter profile or Twitter business account. 500 million tweets are sent every day. Only 300 million active users, more than users, the tweets are happening every single day on Twitter. So that's how many people are tweeting or posting on Twitter. Maybe half of them are publishing or posting their content which are personal, but other half is only related to PR and advertising and promotion and customer service part. Also, we use Twitter for inbound marketing too, for customer support. So Twitter says that 80% of advertisers use inbound social customer service requests happen on Twitter. That means they receive inbound customer request on Twitter directly as compared to any other platform. Let's say how many calls they are receiving, how many emails they are receiving, and how many tweets they are receiving on customer service. So 80% more as compared to any other platform. Another powerful fact about Twitter is that 350 million hours of live videos are watched on Twitter. So from any other platform like Facebook or Instagram, Twitter have higher number of hours of online video watch. Only YouTube have higher number of video watch as compared to Twitter. So if you are into media based content and if you want to target any other platform, you don't want to target YouTube, so you can go to Twitter, because Twitter also have around 350 million hours of live video every single day as compared to any other brand, higher than as compared to any other brand. Only YouTube have higher number of video watch as compared to Twitter. So that's a fact about Twitter and what kind of audience you should target on Twitter. Now come to LinkedIn. Now the four social media platforms we learned earlier, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, are personal social media account. LinkedIn is a professional social media account. What is the difference between personal and professional social media? On a personal social media, we share our personal details. Like we are traveling, something new happening in our life, we are uploading our pictures and videos with our friends and family members. So we are sharing our personal details with our personal friends. LinkedIn is a professional social media platform. On LinkedIn, we don't share if we are going to a dinner. We don't share pictures with our friends. On LinkedIn, we share only about a professional life. We got an internship, we got a job, we got a certification, we are learning something, we are getting a job, we are finding a job. So that kind of things we publish on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, we publish about on our social media, professional life. Now, LinkedIn is only social media platform available for professional posting. There is no another social media platform which is popular where you can post about your professional or your business or your job life. So LinkedIn have around more than 800 million active users, which is a huge base, around 1/7 of world population or 1/8 of world population. Because it's a professional profile, so you will not get any fake accounts there. You will not get any less quality leads there. Because those people who have account on LinkedIn, they are really serious, they are professional, they are maybe students or working professionals, or maybe the owner of a company, or maybe owner of a startup. So LinkedIn is the best platform to generate quality leads, because these people are more serious as compared to other platform, because this is a professional social media platform. Another benefit of using a LinkedIn profile is that, or LinkedIn page is that, you can target any type of audience there. Generation X, Generation Y, and Generation Z. Facebook have only Generation X and Generation Y. Instagram have only Generation Y. YouTube have only Generation Y and Z. Twitter have only Generation Y, but LinkedIn have all generation. From age group from 18 or 16 year to 60 or 70 year, everyone is active on LinkedIn. Those who are from Generation X, maybe they are on top post of a company, or those who are in the Generation Y, they are just started their working, and Generation Z, they are students, so they have account there to get internship or jobs and to learn something new from that platform. Now LinkedIn mostly are used by companies. They have pages there, they hire from them, because LinkedIn also a job recruitment portal. You can recruit or employees and intern from there. So where company have account there, company have pages there, so you can generate lots of B2B leads. That means you can showcase your product to businesses. If you are targeting businesses, if your product is for companies, you can choose LinkedIn. Nothing is better than LinkedIn if you are generating B2B leads for your business. And what is it is best for? It is best for B2B relationship. That means maintaining relationship with other businesses. Second, employment marketing. That means hiring interns or employee using the job portal of LinkedIn. And the last one is business development. They have also a tool named Sales Navigator, which help us to collect the sales and convert those sales into revenue. So this is a LinkedIn platform with an audience base of Generation X, Y, and Z, with an industry impact of B2B, and it is best for building relationship with other businesses, hiring new employee and interns, and developing your business. Now, the benefit of using a LinkedIn business profile is that look up individual you are meeting with up, find out more about a prospect your customer, build thought leadership. You can become a thought leader or expert or a subject matter expert on LinkedIn. There are lots of motivational speaker or resume reviewer or helping people to get internship or job on LinkedIn. You can find that kind of leaders there on LinkedIn. Offer value through targeted advertising. You can also advertising on LinkedIn to generate leads from businesses or from consumers. To network in the LinkedIn groups. You can create LinkedIn groups to create a social network for your business, same like you create groups on Facebook or WhatsApp, and share content with the links back to your website properties. So the LinkedIn page also provide you a call to action button to add on to your page, where you can divert all the traffic from LinkedIn to your website. And for example, we are generating 5% of our website traffic directly from LinkedIn. So it's not a less. Let's say we are generating around thousands of website traffic only from LinkedIn. So you can also choose LinkedIn for lots of things, for advertising, for diverting traffic, to targeting your audiences with the help of advertisement, to understanding more about your consumers, to establishing you as a thought leader or maybe a subject matter expert, or to meeting with the individuals. So these are the benefits of LinkedIn. Now come to the next social media channels. So the previous channel we were learnt about, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube, are the biggest social media platform with a huge base. And these following other social media platform, they don't have a huge base, but they have a base on a certain location or certain country or certain gender or certain age group. So we call them a niche social media platforms. So they are also really popular if your audience is available on those platforms. So one of the niche social media platform which you will use in your campaigns in your future is Snapchat. As you are a youth, so you already available with the Snapchat. Snapchat have around 300 million active users, same like Twitter. Primarily, you will get here Generation X. You will not get here Generation X or Y. You will here only get Generation Z. That means those who are born after 2000. You will only get those people on Snapchat. Industry impact, consumers. So you can only target here consumers or customers because they have account there as a personal account. And best, it is for advertising and brand awareness. If you want to advertise for Generation X, or because it creates a media-based content, so you can target Snapchat. Because Snapchat have a story section which is really popular, so lots of the clothing brands or accessory brands or makeup brands use Snapchat story to promote their content on Snapchat. The Snapchat audience demographic is mostly from the age group of 15 to 25. So that is the age group you will target on Snapchat. Now, if you compare Instagram and Snapchat, you will find out the audience base is almost same, but Snapchat have a base starting from 15 years and Instagram have a huge base starting from 18 years. That means if you are targeting someone from 15 to 18 years, you will target Snapchat. So most of the companies who provide foreign education and visas and institution, those kind of institutions, they use Snapchat to promote the content, because those who want to go abroad for their degree are the age group from 15 to 18 years, and they are using Instagram. Same like the clothing brands and makeups. So they target 15 to 18 more on Snapchat as compared to any other channel. So after choosing your audiences, you will choose the right platform. That's why Snapchat has less audience base, but it can be more effective if your audience is active on that platform. So you have to understand the demographics of every social media platform. Why I am telling you the audience base or impact? Because you have to choose a right channel for your business, and it's only possible when you understand which type of audience is available here and what kind of activity they are doing on those platforms. Now, come to the Pinterest. It is a really popular social media marketing platform in Western countries or in USA. In India, it is popular, but it's not so much popular. But if you are doing business abroad, or if you are working for a company, MNC, you will use Pinterest a lot for advertising or for creating content. It's a huge social media marketing platform in USA or European countries. So Pinterest have a active users of 450 million, higher than Snapchat and Twitter. The audience you will get here, Generation Y and Generation Z, that means from starting those who are born from 1985 to 2015. Industry impact, B2C, because it's also a personal social media platform, mostly used for visual advertising and inspiration. You will see a lot of content on Pinterest, which are creative, inspirational. Lots of account holder on Pinterest create some kind of creative content, maybe a painting, maybe a video, maybe a creative element, and they post it on Pinterest. Now, Pinterest have around 79.5% female users. Now, if you compare any other social media platform, you will find a gap of 50 to 40, or sorry, 60 40, maybe 65 35, or maybe 50 50 in male and female. But only in Pinterest, you will find 79.5 and 21.5%. That means out of 180 are women there and only 20 are men there. So if you are targeting females for your product, and if you have a product which are female oriented, you will target Pinterest as compared to any other social media platform, because females are more active on Pinterest as compared to any other social media platform. But remember that Pinterest don't have a huge base in India. So you will use Pinterest only when you are targeting a foreign audiences and you are working for a company who have an audience on foreign countries. Pinterest also have a feature, we call it a Pinterest pin. In that section, what you can do, the content you have created or the advertisement you have created, you can pin it. That means you can pin it on the top. Same like you use Twitter, there is an option of a tweet, pin your tweet. So when you pin your tweet, it's appear on the top of your profile. Same thing on a Pinterest, you can do that. You can pin your content on the top, and also people can search about a content related to a business category, choosing the Pinterest pin. Also, you can create a call to action button using a Pinterest pin and divert traffic to your website. So the average life of the Pinterest pin is 3 months on the Pinterest platform. So lots of people who create those kind of Pinterest pin, they don't change their pin at least before 3 months. So that's another insight which will be helpful for you when you use Pinterest in near future for your social media marketing campaigns. Now come to the TikTok. TikTok is a widely spread and one of the most popular platform and one of the most fastest growing platform on social media network. If you see the history of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or any other channel, you will not see the fastest number of users. any other platform has generated in the shortest period. From last 2 years or 3 years, we don't even know about the TikTok. TikTok is really new, even have around 4 to 5 years of history, and they have active users of 400 million. Right now, TikTok is banned in India, but it is really popular in every other country, especially in USA and European countries and China. It is really popular. Now in India, it is blacklisted and banned. But in India, it's not like that. It is banned in India, so you will not learn about it or you will not choose this platform. In next coming year, the ban will get over because TikTok is now owned by Oracle. Oracle is a company from USA, and now within a few months or maybe a few years, you will see Indian government will lift the ban from TikTok, and TikTok will come again to India, and it will impact your audiences. So the TikTok have an audience base of Generation X. That means those who are born after 1995. Or it is a personal account, so you can target consumers there, and it's good for short videos and visual advertising. So on TikTok, you can also advertise when you know that the audience is available there from the age group of 18 to 25. You can advertise on that platform, and you can create short videos too about your content or your product or your business. Now, let's see the power of TikTok. 52.5 minutes. So those who have account on TikTok spend 52 minutes on average per day on watching videos on TikTok. So if you have account on TikTok, or those who have account on TikTok, they are spending at least 1 hour on watching videos on TikTok. So that's a really good insight. So you can create a short video organically on TikTok, or you can advertise on TikTok by targeting audiences on the basis of their interest or what kind of content they are watching on TikTok. So this is all about the few platforms of social media marketing which are really popular and that you will learn in near future and work on near future. There are also other platforms like Reddit, Quora, Tumblr, and these platforms are a different type of niche. Like in Tumblr, lots of people discuss about traveling, or Reddit, lots or Quora, it's more like a community platform where people ask questions. So you will choose the right social media platform for your business because you are Indian and you will work mostly for Indian companies and you will target mostly Indian audiences. So you will mostly work on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Snapchat. So this is all about the different social media platforms and their industry impact, their audiences, and what kind of best it is for. So any question you have related to the social media platform, you can ask me. Any question you have related to social media marketing, you can ask me.
Sir,